Do you ever hear yourself saying, "They're not even trying, they obviously don't care"? I'm useless at this, such a rubbish parent. If they cared about me, they'd do what they were asked.
So if you do, have a go at this. When you've got a quiet 5 minutes, have a think and write down the name of someone who fills you with frustration, disappointment or resentment. They're all big feelings which we can probably easily bring up just by writing that name down on a piece of paper. Now, let in the idea that that person is doing the best they can. What happens to how you feel about that person now? If it's true, and we believe it is, that everyone is doing the best they can with what they have in any given moment, then our judgments of others being useless or not trying, not caring, selfish, stupid, they all start to look uncalled for. Equally, what if we let in the idea that we too are also doing the best we can with what we have in this moment? That would mean we could stop judging ourselves so harshly too. It may be that in another moment, with different resources, better health, after a good night's sleep and so on, we could have acted differently, better. But right now, in this moment, with what I have, I am doing the best I can.
We won't pretend it isn't hard to do this and keep it up. It is a challenge. But the idea that we're all doing the best we can in any given moment is a game changer. It is so easy to slip into thinking and judging. They're not trying, they don't care, why can't they do things differently? Don't they see how this is upsetting everyone? Those are stories though, you see, the stories that we talked about in film 2, and those stories can be pretty dangerous and destructive. Even if we have a strong inkling that someone could be doing better, just by letting in the possibility that they are doing the best they can in that moment, we immediately become calmer and we can let ourselves look at them with kinder eyes.
So while that sounds quite fluffy and a bit rose-tinted glasses, the mantra of "we are all doing the best we can here" actually changes our brain function. We talked before about fight, flight or freeze, when we feel threatened or have those big emotions washing through us. When we feel anger or frustration, then our brains flip their lid and we tend to give up on the other person or lay into them emotionally or verbally. So the quicker we can get the lid back on by saying that we're doing the best we can, the quicker we can then have rational and helpful, let me stand alongside you and figure this out kind of thoughts. There is hopefulness in this approach, and we all need hope to keep us going and find our way to what we'd prefer to see. If it's hard to do that for someone else in any given moment because of the strong feelings that might be washing around, imagine how you would feel if in every interaction with other people you could be absolutely sure that they trusted that you were doing the best you could in that moment, that you weren't being judged or compared to others or measured up and found wanting. Imagine that. Might you then really want to see what the best version of yourself in that moment could do?
And that is the first part of the inner battle, to look at them with kindness, because that is what keeps us driving forward. It also helps us to remember that we are doing the best we can too. Without hope, people give up. And that is why it's so important to spark hope. Our hope is sensed by other people, and it tends to spark hope in them. When we know people believe in us and trust us to be able to make change, we are more able to actually do that. I work with many people, and what reliably happens when I remind them that they are doing the best they can, I see a change in their posture and they begin to talk about possibilities rather than just the problem. It's unusual to be told you're doing the best you can. We are used to being told that we are getting it wrong and need to change. Being controversial and reminding people that they have kept going and are pretty super, remember the superhero idea in film 6, intrigues and surprises people, and they are able to hear it more. We often assume other people want to hurt us when we think they have overstepped the mark, but maybe it wasn't clear where the mark was. It could have been overstepped without them intending to hurt you. When we are clearer about our own boundaries, it's easier to be kinder to others because we are being kinder to ourselves.
Now, to be clear, this isn't a get out of jail free card either. It doesn't excuse anyone from ever making the effort to improve or learn or grow as a person. It simply takes the judgment away and gives us permission to be the best version of ourselves that we can be where we are and with what we have. And as Olivia says, it really does spark hope in people. And with hope, we do feel different and we do things differently. So our tip for this film is try it out. Remind yourself that you are doing the best you can with what you have in any given moment. Being kinder to yourself means that you're more able to stand alongside another person and see what they need, rather than allowing the guilt or blame to sit with you or to judge them for not being good enough.